Police are still in hot pursuit for Joseph Couch, the man who opened fire on a highway in Kentucky. It's been absolutely wild, but now we do have a first account from a victim that actually drove through this fire. It's absolutely crazy. We got to take a listen to this. What's up, y'all? As you guys already know, there's a man out on the lam. He is out here in these wilderness streets. What's up, y'all? As you guys already know, there's a man out here in these wilderness streets. His name is Joseph A. Couch. He opened fire on a bunch of innocent people driving on a highway on I-75 in Laurel County, Kentucky. And of course, it's been absolutely crazy. He is still currently out here, out on the lam in these wilderness streets. No one knows where he is. Hopefully, we're going to get some updates here very, very soon. But this is absolutely crazy, guys. There has been some reports of police obtaining his AR, because I'm sure he's run out of ammo maybe by this time, because from what we understand, he's just been popping off, pulling that trigger like crazy. I don't know, okay? But all we do know is allegedly they have his AR in their possession. But now people are starting to speak out on what they saw. Victims that drove through this harrowing situation are now telling us exactly what went down. But before we get into the video, because we do have a little bit of a video, I do want to share with you guys what they were saying here, which is interesting, okay? Her name is Christina Donato, all right? She was driving the interstate, okay, with one of her friends from Rochester, New York to Knoxville, Tennessee, okay? She was giving these unbelievable details about this incident, about this tragedy, okay, in an interview, all right? So, it's crazy. They apparently, when they reached London, all right, she said that she and her friend heard a loud noise. We were just driving along, and then all of a sudden, it was like a rock went through my back window, and it hurt my ear. She said, and we looked at each other, and we were like, "Was that a gun? Was that an actual gunshot?" And then we were like, "No, it wasn't a gunshot." Then she noticed that her truck. Okay, notice that a truck driving next to her slowed down and pulled off on the shoulder of the interstate. So she initially thought that they had blown out a tire. Maybe that was the noise. But she said they saw several police cars drive by in high speed and so many tires on the side of the interstate, which is very, very crazy. And of course, it says it wasn't even roughly until an hour or and a half later that Donato and her friend learned about this actual situation. And it's like, wow, they drove through, bullets flying and all that. You know what I mean? They almost got hit by a bullet, which is absolutely crazy and terrifying, because you've got to remember, 9 cars got hit. This happened to be one of the 9 cars that actually got hit driving on the I-75, okay, by this madman, Joseph Couch, who's just out there in the wilderness, just pulling the trigger on random cars on the highway. This is absolutely crazy, but I do want to share with you guys the actual video where she talks in more detail about all this. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, my friend Jeremy and I were actually driving from New York to Tennessee. So we were on I-75 in Kentucky, around the London area. And while we were driving, all of a sudden we just heard this deafening loud sound, and it sounded like a rock went through my back window, and our ears were ringing, and we just looked at each other and we were like, was that a gunshot? And then we are like, that can't be a gunshot, because we're driving down the highway. And there was a white truck that was next to us in the right-hand lane, and all of a sudden he slowed down and he pulled off to the shoulder, and we thought maybe it was his tire had blown out or something, but it was much louder than a tire blowing out.
I am actually curious about who was driving the actual truck that pulled over. Again, 9 cars actually got hit by a spray of bullets, okay, by this Joseph Couch. But I am actually curious if she may have seen anybody injured or anything of that sort, or if she just put the pedal to the metal and booked it because she didn't know what was going on, right? I would drive as fast as I could out of that situation, just straight out of survival and, going into survival mode and straight up out of fear. Let's be real.
Um, and it was just so loud and so scary. It's something very unexpected while you're just driving. So that was what had happened. And then a few minutes later, we just saw dozens of police vehicles going in the opposite direction. I believe it's northbound on I-75. And we were like, what is going on here? And we saw tons of tire shreds on the side of the highway, and just all these things were happening that didn't really add up. And about an hour later, we got a call from Jeremy's dad, and he said he was watching CNN and that there was an active shooter on I-75.
Wow.
And we were just beside ourselves, like, oh my God, did we just drive through a shooting? So we made it to Knoxville and got out and checked my car. And on the rim of I have a Toyota 4Runner, and on the rim, there's a huge indent. It looks like a bullet divot. And then all the paint is chipped off of the back panel of my 4Runner.
That's absolutely crazy. Okay. Let's keep it real. You get that close to, I mean, that's very close, right? Very, very lucky. And then of course, the passenger that was in her car as well, that, while she was driving, they're very lucky. They should be counting their lucky stars right now. Real talk.
Yeah.
Let's skip ahead.
No, if I had to guess, I would say off to the side of the road, because it hit my tires, which are pretty low to the ground. So I don't imagine it came from a vehicle, but I don't know for certain.
Mm.
It happened very fast, but I just happened to notice the truck that was next to us because we were kind of neck and neck at the time. And then I just noticed him slowing down and pulling off. And it was, normally don't see people just pull off to the side of the road, especially
Yeah.
with the loud noise that we believe to be a gunshot at the same time. It was very confusing, and it all happened very fast, if that makes sense.
It's very scary. Okay. End of end of the story is, okay, this is absolutely terrifying. You're driving, you're doing a cross country trip, you're driving you're just taking the I-75 to go to the supermarket, whatever it may be. Everybody was driving, doing their own thing, and they had their own personal destinations that they were getting to. But what's absolutely terrifying is that you're sitting there on your own, going on this particular route, and then all of a sudden you're just met by an array or spray of bullets, which doesn't make any sense at all. And again, this particular man, Joseph A. Couch, is still, at least as far as we know right now, as far as the recording of this video, we do not know where this guy is. They say that they have him contained in this area. At least that's what they said a few hours ago. But God only knows where this guy is. He could be anywhere right now, guys. He could be anywhere. But imagine being in that situation. Absolutely terrifying. And of course, I'm hoping the people that actually got injured really do pull through. I know that someone did get hit in the dome, and I'm hoping that person survives. But there's a lot of people that I'm sure are just waiting at bated breath for updates in regards to this man getting detained, arrested, and getting the proper justice coming to him. We do have a press conference allegedly going on here in just a little bit. So, I appreciate you checking out this video. I will be back on to check out that in just a little while. So please be sure to, of course, hit that like button down below, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button as well. And like I said, maybe they have them, maybe they don't. I don't know what this press conference is going to entail, but hopefully it's some good news, right? Hopefully it's progress. So we will see what happens here very soon. Anyway, guys, comment down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Again, it'd be great to have you part of the Pascal Show family on both and all platforms. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Keep your heads on a swivel, y'all. And we'll talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.